Hello and welcome back. Yes, this is another screen recording and you're not looking at my ugly mug. Anyways, I'm here to talk about how to make $2,000 a week with Skip the Dish. Now, if Skip the Dish is popular in your city, this can very well be possible. Simply by scheduling yourself in for 4 shifts a day. Right here, you're only seeing 3 shifts a day. I am now starting to cut back my hours since I have reinvested my profits into a vehicle that will provide me lower fuel costs. The insurance really does not change that much. It's almost the exact same. I'm still at fault though by not getting the courier insurance, but I do need to get my business set up properly to be able to get everything else set up properly. So here you can see I'm taking a Saturday shift with 4 shifts. Now, I've slowed down on these 4 shifts partly because I'm not really having much of a life to myself. For one, I basically get up, have an hour and a half, 2 hours to myself to have a tea and some breakfast, and then get myself ready with lunch and dinner and getting dressed to get into the vehicle. And then I take off for the day. But it's getting to be quite a bit. But that being said, you can average $300 days. So here's my statement from October 19th to the 26th. It's not showing my very first statement, but I only worked 2 days and I made $450. One of the 2 days was a 20-hour shift. So they don't seem to allow me to do that anymore. Here's my second week, 2317. Here's my third week, 2238. And that's where I am right now. So here's the statement from everything that I've done previously. Just letting it upload here. So simply, if you want to make $2,000 a week plus with Skip the Dish, you're going to have to be putting in 16 hours plus to be able to do so, unless you're making over $100 every 4 hours. But this is basically averaging out to $25 an hour. With these $2,200 paychecks, I tend to average over $300 paydays. But that being said, I was running the Mercedes-Benz CLK 320 and it was costing me roughly $60 a day in fuel. Now I'm running a smart car and it's costing me about $16 a day in fuel. I fueled up last night after running 12 hours and it cost me just over $16. And then I tried overfilling it, so I made a mess. But considerable savings. So now I really don't need to work these crazy hours to make this money to make up for the difference of the loss in the fuel charges. So that's the thing, people. We need to look at profit over expenses, or profit versus expenses. And the more your expenses are, the less your profit is going to be. So if you're running an expensive vehicle that chews through fuel and the maintenance is expensive, such as tires, oil changes, transmission oil changes, brakes, any kind of regular servicing to your vehicle can get quite extensive on larger vehicles. Obviously, it's like fabric. The more you have, the more you got to pay for. So there you have it. You can make $2,000 a week working 16-hour days, but keep in mind what your expenses are going to be. So if you look at these $2,200 checks, my expenses were roughly $400, between $400 to $500 within fuel, and then my food on top of that, because these first 3 weeks I was not making my own lunches or dinners or breakfasts in my little hot box lunchbox, and so I was eating out, and I was probably only profiting close to 50%, maybe 65, 70. But, when you start looking at it that way, it really dips into what you bring home. So keep that in mind. All right. And that's about it for this one, I guess. So this is where I'm at now, and I've only been putting in 12-hour days. But you can see, Saturday I put in almost 16. Sorry. Actually, no, these are all 16 still, except for Wednesday, you can see. And Sunday I still have to complete today. But Sunday, I believe, I don't have many hours today. 3 shifts, so I'm not going to get a full 16. But a guy needs to live. But to have a goal is very good. So I'm typically now only wanting to work anywhere between 10 and 11, maybe up to midnight. So some of these shifts that run right into the early morning, like 2 a.m., I may not continue with, especially on a Saturday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the cops seem to be very crazy around here. I actually booked out an hour early yesterday because they just roam around like spiders and they pull anybody and everybody over. And I just don't want to be a part of that fiasco. So there you have it. Another great week. So to make that kind of money, I have completed over 1,000, so 100 or 1,151 deliveries, and just passed 5,000 kilometers. So that's all within 1 month's time, everything that you just saw there. So it can happen. It just, you've got to put the time in. And that's about all I have to say. Today I start at 1. Boom. So there you go. You can make $2,000 a week if you put your mind to it. It's not an easy thing to do, though. Your body's sitting in that car for 16 hours a day. It gets cramped up. You get to move a little bit going out and getting your orders, but not that much. All right. If you want to work long days, take a fresh pair of socks with you. When you start feeling tired, change your socks. Bring some gum. Bring an apple. Any jaw movement helps you keep staying awake, keeps your eyes open. Sing a good song. It always helps keep those jaw muscles moving. Stay safe. If you guys feel tired, pull over or go home. I've done it many times. All right, take care.